everyone, and welcome to the first anime review of this channel. I apologize if it's really sloppy. I apologize for the mask. I'm sick, and this is kind of my aesthetic. So, we're going to try to be talking louder as loud as I can to actually register on the mic. But, this is the first anime review we're doing, and I'm actually genuinely excited to do it. Now, the first anime that we're going to be talking about on our first episode is called Takunomi. Now, Takunomi is an anime that revolves around a girl named Michiru who ends up going to Tokyo when she's 20, ends up moving into a house with 3 other women, and it's literally just an anime where they all live their normal life, experiencing nothing but drinking alcohol. I joke you not, that is literally just the anime. They just drink alcohol. Anime. I thought this anime was going to be more about the 4 girls drinking alcohol and maybe talking more about their problems, some character development, but no, this anime is literally just them drinking alcohol and talking about the different type of alcohols that they're drinking. Now, to someone who is, at least in the United States or other countries of legal age allowed to drink, this is actually quite cool. There are a lot of things that I didn't know about some of these drinks that are actually really, awesome. This anime is meant to be more of an educational way to drink, but not in the sense of the moderation to drink, but just different ways to drink certain things. For example, there's a drink called Kahlua, and they teach you that there's a lot of ways to actually take Kahlua, in ways of cold coffee, in ways of smoothie, and other ways. Just there's a bunch of ways to drink Kahlua, and that's just kind of the theme of it. We do get a little background of each characters, like one's a fashion expert at a store, the other one works in the office, the other one is a student, and then the other one I think is a realtor. I not 100% remember, but we do get a little bit of backstory, but it's only just a tiny bit. The anime mostly centers around them really going in depth about each alcohol they're drinking. And that's it. That's pretty much the anime that when it comes to it. It's very simple, and it does exactly what it needs to do. Now, my only problem with this anime, I have many problems with this anime, just this anime is too simple. This anime doesn't explore a lot of things. It just talks about alcohol. It doesn't develop the characters or the world or anything like that. The music is average. The characters are very two-dimensional, to say the least. The OP is okay. The art style is a very simplistic art style. Other than that, there's not really much that goes to the anime other than the different types of beers they drink. If you're into beers, that's awesome. Personally, I was very interested over the fact that the different amount of beers that they were drinking and that were mixing up together. But if you're not that into alcohol, or if you're a younger person who can't drink alcohol, that's gonna suck in a lot of ways, because yeah, you're watching it and you can use this knowledge later, but what's the point of watching a show that you can't use the knowledge for? I think that's why I fall hard with this anime. I personally love it. I personally found it super entertaining in so many ways. But the sad part of it is, it's a niche. Not everyone's going to be into alcohol. Not everyone's going to be able to drink alcohol. Not everyone else finds alcohol entertaining. There's only a certain amount of people who actually really find alcohol interesting to that level of wanting to try it with new things. Now, while at the same time, this anime doesn't have depth, this anime doesn't have the abilities to actually expand out to anything, it's not trying to do that. It's just trying to talk about the alcohol. If I was expecting this anime to actually go ahead and talk about the show, and talk about its characters and their journeys and all that, and the world around them, and actually build around that, then it wouldn't really be about the alcohol, which that's what they're trying to do. The characters, the world for the most part, it's kind of secondary. And it works for what they're doing, that's fine. But most people don't want that. Most people don't need that. But for what they're doing, it does work. And for people like me, there are people who find this entertaining. At the same time, there are other people who don't find it as much. It's a weird niche thing that I know that there's a fan base for, but for the most part, it's simple. But again, it was on purpose. Now, if this anime was trying to build a world, yes, I'd be way more mad, way more angry, way more upset over the fact that they were actually trying to build a world with this. But they're not. They're not really trying to build a world. So again, for the most part, I'm okay with where this anime is and where it stands. And honestly, that's pretty much it for this anime. It's pretty simple. It just talks about alcohol. The difference in alcohol that they are is nice. I did learn quite a bit. But other than that, there's nothing really else to go in depth on. It's just an anime that talks about beer, and it's about young girls trying beer and trying new ways to drink beer. And there's also a food element to it, which is really nice. But for the most part, it's a very simple anime. So with that being said, my overall rating for this anime is about 5. It's a 5 out of 10. I would have put this lower if, again, the purpose of this anime was to have death, but it never was. It knew exactly what it needed to be. It knew exactly what it wanted to be, and it did its job. It was a simple anime talking about beer. If you're into beer, if you want to know great ways to drink beer, you want to know other new beers, new foods that go with great beer, certain ways that you can cook food to make beer taste nice, hey, Takunomi, this anime is for you. But I can understand that most of this anime is it's not going to be for everyone. It's not going to be for everyone, and I completely understand that. Well, that wraps up the first video, man. I'm glad that I'm going back doing this. If you like the mask, tell me. If it's a bother, I completely understand. I will try to do this without the mask, although there's going to be a lot of self-consciousness. But I do hope you genuinely enjoyed this, and I will see you guys next time. And remember, stay hydrated.